Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Pick a Card, brought to you by J&J Toy Giants YouTube channel. I am your host, JD. So today, I'm going to be doing another box break of a pack of cards, a box of cards rather, that I got like way long ago, about a few months ago. And it had so many cards that I actually unpacked a lot of them, and I wasn't able to actually unpack all of them. So I figured, why not record it and do a box break here with you guys today? And I'm talking about, from Topps, Batman Returns.
The only one who can save this city is a creature of the night.
All right, so Batman Returns was a sequel to the 1989 Batman, directed by Tim Burton, starring Michael Keaton as Batman. And I remember they had all sorts of merchandise, including the Topps trading cards. I actually used to have to walk like 3 blocks from my apartment back in the Bronx when I was a kid to get these. They were like $1.25 a pack. And I remember trying to get as many as I could, because at that point in time, I don't believe this particular box has a checklist of which ones you're supposed to have, so you know whether or not you have all of them. And a lot of the packs that I used to get always had doubles. And so we're definitely going to be able to go over some of these today, so let's get to it. All right, so this particular box actually came with a 38 count of 15 card packs, super cards, super premium movie cards. And as you can see, I've opened up a lot of them already, and I have about 8 of them right here on the table, and you can tell there's still a lot more in the box here. So rather than actually going through every single one on the actual pack here, what I'll do is I'll go over some, and then in a future video I'll open some more up from this box. And so let's get to it. Right now, I always thought that these actually came with bubblegum, but these actually did not come with bubblegum. All right, so these they were kind of confusing, because these are actually the front part of them. And then, of course, they have some of these artwork, like the Mayor Cobblepot, so that's one of them. All right, trying to get them all in order. So they have Penguin firing off his umbrella gun at the party, Max Schreck. If you haven't watched this movie, if you have HBO Max or the DC Universe, or if you even have it on, I think they have it on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. No, I don't think they have it on Netflix, but there's also all kinds of media platforms, digital streaming platforms you can actually find them on. But if you have HBO Max, that's one of them. So this is one of them here. And this one was this is, because they don't actually have any type of they do, yeah, on the back. Just as Batman has a Batcave to inhabit, the Penguin dwells in Gotham City's underground catacombs. He keeps a fancy outsized cage for the selected enemies, such as former business partner Max Schreck. So that pretty much just shows a little bit about what this card is going over. So this is when he's talking to the Penguins before he makes the big siege to Gotham City. And of course you can see the Batmobile through the streets of Gotham. And this is at the beginning of the movie, spoiler alert, when the Penguin was a baby and his parents threw him down through the sewers because they didn't want a deformed baby. And of course, here we go, another thing of the Penguin, played by Danny DeVito. And we have Selena Kyle, played by Michelle Pfeiffer. She was a big crush of mine back in the day. And another one of Michelle Pfeiffer, but this is actually her stunt double. Kathy Long was actually one of her stunt doubles. She had 2. One doing all of these kinds of stunts and the fighting stunts. Kathy Long was a former women's kickboxing champion. And then we have, this is when the Red Triangle Gang terrorizing the city of Gotham when they do the tree lighting ceremony. Batman and Christopher Walken, who plays Max Schreck, they have a little convo there. Another thing of the Penguin when he's writing all of the firstborn sons on his little notepad. All of the Penguins with missiles. There you go. Another one of the Penguin talking to the Penguins. This was a cool one. This was a scene where the Penguin talks to Catwoman, and she declines his advances for him to be boyfriend and girlfriend, and he sticks a helicopter umbrella right to her suit, because it was like really skin tight. She made it out of like a leather jacket or something like that, and so because it was skin tight and she stitched it together, every time she put it on or used it, it would unravel a little bit. So he just stuck it on her and she flew away. And of course, my boy Michael Keaton. It's a good photo there of him using one of his bat gadgets. All right, so we'll open up the second pack. This is when the Penguin was doing a speech, and then they found out that he was tricking them, and they all started throwing tomatoes at him. Now, these particular cards are so old. When I took them out of the box, because of their glossy finish, they kind of stuck together. So there was a lot of them that I thought that were double-sided, but they really weren't. And this is Batman when he gets done doing his thing. The first time that he, oh no, this is the second time he sees Catwoman. He's trying to make some sense into her not to work with the Penguin, and she says, "Nah, I'm gonna do me, son." And this is one of the Red Triangle game that breathes fire. Batman versus the Penguin. The Batmobile. This is when it first gets introduced into that movie. Of course, this was a good one. Batman, Michael Keaton. And another picture of the Batmobile. Penguin. Catwoman, where she's actually going to fight Batman for the first time. And this is towards the end of the movie where Penguin fights Batman. Another one of Penguin. This is when he's trying to get all of the babies to follow him, kind of like a little Pied Piper. Another one of the Penguins. This is a double. I actually got a lot of doubles on this box. There's another double of Fire Breather guy. Open another one. Alright, so I went over through a lot of the pack when I cut just now, when I made it just a cut. Alright, so when I paused, when I made this cut going into the next pack, I noticed that there were a lot of doubles, so rather than go through all of those again, I picked out the ones that were not. So this one, I don't believe we went over yet. It may have, I'm not sure. And then this one is actually towards the end of the movie where Catwoman tries to hurt Max Schreck because he was her former boss and she hates him. This is when Penguin gets mad and they found out, the people at Gotham found out that he was playing them. Max Schreck as a prisoner in his catacomb. This is where the Penguin gets chased by a big mob and he goes into the sewers again. And then this is a double as well. All right. Do one more pack and then we'll call it a day. All right, so this last pack we're going to go over today, this was the Batmobile. This was actually kind of cool when I saw this in the theaters. So instead of trying to turn around, there was this little thing that came down on the floor and it allowed him to turn around, and then he gets down to the ground and then he takes off, which was a really cool invention. And then there's Batman. He was trying to use his I guess his bat hook or batarang. And there's the one that we have of Alfred, played by Michael Goff. And one of, Batman. And one of Penguin. And that is it. All right, so that does it for this edition of Pick a Card, brought to you by J&J Toy Giants. I am actually going to be giving a giveaway soon once we reach 100 subscribers. And we're going to do like a mystery box thing like we've been doing before. And I am going to be saving, as you can see Jaden in the background, ruin the shot. I'm going to be saving one of these packs, okay, as part of the giveaway. I'm going to do a mixture of things, a mystery box. So be sure to like and subscribe, comment on any of our video submissions on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Like and subscribe, and then tag 2 of your friends. That'll count as an extra entry into the giveaway. And once we reach 100 subscribers, you may win the mystery box of stuff. So be sure to let us know how you like the video. Thank you. Be safe. Keep on cruising. Say bye-bye.
¿Qué onda, muchacho? Arriba las manos, caballo moreno,